What is up, crew? Welcome back or welcome to the Daily Multivitamin. I created this podcast because I wanted to really provide a daily supplement that you could take that would provide you with nutritious input that would determine a fruitful outlook that would produce a fruitful output. And in the beginning, I didn't do this, and still to this day, I'm not doing this for vanity metrics. I'm not doing this for plays. I'm not doing this for the amount of people that are listening. I'm doing this because I wanted to connect with the right people over the right content. And chances are, if you're listening to this for the second, third, or fourth time, maybe we have connected over some meaningful content here that helps us become the individuals that we want to be and show up for the kind of people that matter to us. And if that's you, I just want to say it's an honor that you would come back again. And I'm hoping and praying that this content serves you and helps you. Today, I wanted to talk about who has a hunting license in your life, a hunting license. And here's what I mean by that. I believe that there are things in our life, and I think you would agree with me, that left to themselves, the consequence of their intention or activity would be that they would derail, delay, or actually destroy things that are true, good, and beautiful in your life. It could be habits. It could be outlooks. It could be negative emotions. It could be a traumaful past. Fill in the blank. There are things in our life that do not have good intentions, and the consequences of those intentions could be absolutely disastrous. In fact, one of the harder issues is that I find so much of what is a challenge in my own life is actually myself. It is I am my greatest problem. And if you think about it for a second, you may come to the same kind of conclusion that you are not able to get yourself to say the things you want to say, to think the things you want to think, to do the things you want to do, to believe the things you want to believe. And there is a sense in which you are out of control. We are out of control. And so what we do with that reality is we hide, we justify, we excuse. We wear the clothes that hide the things we don't like about our bodies. We hang out with friends who just like us. We don't hang out with the ones that maybe expose things we don't like. We do things that we do to maintain control, safety, and security, and maintain the reputation that we want, all the while we know that there is this force lurking in the distance. And that becomes problematic when we do not see it, when we do not have a way or a proven path of overcoming it. And what we need during that time, among many things, is a friend who has the freedom to go hunting in our life for those things that we would all agree want to delay, derail, or destroy us. And what makes this even worse is that we can be blind to these forces. We can be blind to this challenge or this problem or problems in our life. And at that time, there is one thing that we need, and we need somebody that loves us enough and has the courage and humility enough to come and tell us, I'm not sure you're aware, but I see this thing in your life and I'm deeply concerned about it. Can we have a conversation? I bring this up because on Tuesday of this week, 2 days ago, I had a very meaningful, helpful, and uncomfortable conversation with one of my closest friends, mentors, and coaches. And in the hour that we spent together, 50 plus minutes of it was spent with him questioning, lovingly challenging, and kindly imploring me to show up in certain ways and really destroy things that were seeking to destroy me and my relationship with my wife and kids, and even my relationship with the Lord. And I can't tell you how grateful I was when I left that conversation. I was grateful that I had somebody in my life that felt the freedom to do that, had the courage to do that, but also had the skill to do it in such a way that He did it with questions and not making statements. He did it with loving exhortation as opposed to self-righteous judgment. And that is a gift that I find it very difficult to articulate. I also find friends that have the courage, humility, and love to knock on your door or make a phone call or take you out for a meal and lovingly share a concern with you few and far between. And so this morning, I wanted to share that because I think for all of us, a life well lived in many ways is going to be determined by those that you are surrounded by. And one of the individuals, or many of the individuals that I think really, really is essential is the individuals in your life that have that hunting license, that feel the freedom, have the courage, and possess the love to be able to come to you and share their concerns, not in self-righteous judgment, but in loving compassion and personal humility. So I want to give you some takeaways today. Number one, if you have that person or those people in your life that have a hunting license, I want you to reach out to them. I want to encourage you to thank them. It takes courage and humility and love to do that. Number two, if you do not have somebody who has that hunting license, I want to encourage you to consider, prayerfully consider who that could be. We're going to do another episode on how to actually be the kind of person that makes it easy for that person with the hunting license to show up. But I want to encourage you to think about it. This is one of the, I think, primary ways in which we can flourish in life is to have people like this that deeply care and care enough about us to come share loving concerns with us. And the last thing I want to say is if you do have the hunting license, or if you have a person who does, I want to encourage you just to consistently tell them, thank you. And I want to make sure that you continue to feel the freedom to share these things at will with me. Please let me know if you ever do not feel that freedom. Love you guys. Hope you have a great day. Peace.